Hey everybody, thank you for joining. I'm Ralph Palick, and I just wanted to go over a few things with you guys that I get asked. Here's one question that I get asked quite a bit, and I will go over that with you right now. One of the main things that I get asked quite a bit is, hey Ralph, I got this plant at home, and how am I going to be able to know if it's a male or a female? Well, that's very easy to determine, and so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm actually going to go right up close with the plant, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to be looking for on a female plant when you're looking for a female. Now, if you don't have these signs on your plant and you have the other signs that I'm going to tell you about, well, the chances are that one's a male. This particular plant, however, is a female, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom right on up in there and show you exactly what I'm talking about here on this one. It's pretty easy to see. So, right down here on this plant, if you can see where I'm pointing to, right there, those little guys, these little tiny little guys right there where my thumb is. You see those? They're kind of hard to see on this video, but they just look like a couple of little hairs sticking out of there, really. Okay, those are called pistils. Okay, and during the year, whenever the bees come along, now that's, of course, when she's in flower and everything, the bees would come along with some male pollen and they'd touch that flower and she'd get a seed there. Okay, that's how the pollination process happens. Now, if this would have been a male, instead of seeing those two pistils there, okay, you'd see a group of little, what look like hanging egg sacs. Well, they're pollen sacs is what they are, and when they open up, okay, when those pollen sacs open up, they drop pollen all over the plant. Okay, and a lot of people back in the day, in the old days, they'd tell you, oh man, you don't smoke them male plants, they're going to give you a headache. Don't smoke them male plants, they give you a headache. Well, that's of course because they're probably full of pollen. I wouldn't know, I've never really done it myself. However, this is a very, very good example of what the pistils look like on a female plant. I do have another little example right over here on this branch too that looks pretty good to see on video. And that one you might get a little right there. That, and right in there, right there, those are called sorry about that, everybody. I had a slight interruption. Either way, yes, so you don't want to see little hangy, little, sacs hanging down there. That means it's a male and it's going to drop pollen all over your plant. What you want to see is these right here. Okay, so this is good. Hanging sacs bad. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to come out here tonight and show you guys the difference. And you can also go and search some images for yourself, to get an idea of what I'm talking about when I say, you're going to have like hanging sacs. And that's pretty much the best way I can put it. They're pollen sacs that hang. Either way, I really appreciate you guys tuning in to another one of my videos. Sorry it's a nighttime video, but she's sleeping right now and it makes it a little easier for me. It's a little quieter outside. I can just sit down and think and really get the message to you guys that I'm trying to convey. But either ways, I really do appreciate you guys all tuning in to another one of my videos. I hope you really enjoyed it, and stay tuned for future videos.